This is Alex Tremble, the Leadership and Career Coach. Today I want to share with you one of the top reasons that people with high potential don't reach their goals. It may sound surprising when I share this with you, but I promise you it's a real thing. But before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please stop, take a second, click that like button, click the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It really does help the page, does help the channel, and it helps me get the message out to more and more people so I can help more and more people. I really do put a lot of time and effort into these videos and into bringing this content, so I would greatly appreciate if you enjoy this page and these videos, please click that like and subscribe button. Thank you. So let's get started. So one of the number one reasons that people with high potential don't reach their goals is they rely way too much on motivation. Yeah, sounds weird, right? Everyone talks about how great motivation is. And it is great. It makes you feel good. It gives that little burst of energy. But the reality is, at the end of the day, motivation is a feeling. At the end of the day, feelings change. I can't tell you how many times that I've woken up early in the morning to get something done, knowing I need to get something done. And I'm like, I just don't feel like it. Let me roll back over. Has it happened to you? Have you known there was something you needed to get done that was going to benefit you and or your organization supremely, but you just didn't feel like it? You know what? Maybe I should wait till I'm motivated. Well, I decided that I don't want to put my future in the hands of a feeling that could change. And I'd suggest you do the same. So what I've done is I've transitioned motivation and relying on that to standardization and automation. Let me tell you this. The first thing you can do that will help you reach your goal is set your alarm clock. Seriously, it sounds like such a small thing, but truly it does help. So what I do is I set my alarm clock to go off at 6 o'clock every Saturday and Sunday. 6 o'clock, because I get up and I start off my day getting something done. I spend at least 2 to 3 hours writing every single Saturday and Sunday. It has become a habit. I made it into a habit. There's a lot of creative things you could do. I watched a YouTube page the other day where the lady did the same thing, but she set literally one of those hand alarm clocks. So she sits it down right in front of her and it goes off for 20 minutes. When it buzzes, she knows that she's had a good 20 minutes worth of work at that period. So there's a lot of creative things that you can do, but really set an alarm clock, put it into your schedule. I'm telling you, it will truly change your life. And again, especially if you're like me, get up early in the morning, get something accomplished, you'll feel great the rest of the day. But you know what? If you're not someone who likes to get up in the morning, I understand there are people like you. And so what I would suggest for those people is set an alarm clock for later on that night. Set it off to go at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And so you know at that moment, you're going to spend the next 2 hours focused on yourself, not your organization. How are you going to grow yourself, whether it's reading, writing, watching YouTube videos on specific topics, liking these videos? You know, do something that's going to really benefit you. That's the first thing. The second thing is use your calendar more often. You know, I can't tell you how many times, I did it for myself back in the day, is I would meet someone who is phenomenal, someone who's going to have a true impact on my career, and then I forget to reach out to them. I assume that this happened to you as well. But what I've done to counteract that is when there's someone I know I want to maintain a relationship with, I put them in my calendar. So, for example, if I meet a senior executive or someone big in politics, someone I really want to have a relationship with, I'll literally put in my calendar 2 months out, contact Jane, contact Tamika. And I'll put a little bit of notes about where I met them, how I met them, what I want to talk to them about. So you know what? I can forget about it because in 2 months, my calendar's going to ping me and say, Alex, time to contact this person. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you do this. Again, we're focused on automation. We want to put things in a process that we don't have to worry about. We don't have to depend on our minds to remember everything, okay? So after you've now set your alarm clock, you've now started using your calendar a little better, the next automated thing I want you to do is start using automatic transfers. Yes, it sounds like it's coming from left field, but it is intentionally. at the end of the day, to develop yourself, to truly become an expert and position yourself for success, it's going to cost money. And so what I've done and what I suggest for you to do is to literally budget for that. So I have a percentage of my discretionary income every single month be siphoned off automatically to another account specifically for professional development. It's a benefit because now I know I have money to develop myself. When a great book comes out, when a conference I want to go to, when there's a speaking event that I really want to meet someone, I have no excuse because I've been very intentional with putting money aside just for those reasons. And again, I suggest that you do the same because I can't tell you how many times I've met with clients and people I've mentored who say, I just don't have the money to invest in myself. The reality is you do. You just have to prioritize that. And so put in automated transfers to siphon money off from your discretionary to your professional development is making that and making yourself a higher priority. And I strongly, strongly recommend you do it today. But I also know there are those of you who are going to push back right now and say, Alex, I don't need to develop my own budget for personal development. I don't need to focus on investing in myself because my organization should be doing it. And that's great. I mean, in the perfect world, all of our organizations will be focused on developing us. Yes. But let me ask you a question. What if your organization isn't focused on developing you? Are you willing to allow your career and your life to be stunted because someone else won't invest in your future? Or how about your organization is willing to invest in you, but they're not willing to invest in you in the areas that you want them to? Again, are you going to say, well, I guess I just don't get to grow and be the person I want to be because my organization won't invest in me? I hope that's not you, because you know what? A long time ago, I made the decision to myself, a commitment to myself, that I was not going to let my career be solely in the hands of anyone else. And if you're only and solely relying on your organization to invest in your development, then that's exactly what's going to happen. They have control over your life and your career. You don't. So let's quickly then transition to the fourth. The fourth is not necessarily automation, but well, I guess it is a little bit. Audiobooks. I can't tell you. I fought and I clawed against using audiobooks. I told myself I am not going to join this trend. I'm a unique individual. I like hardcover books. I like softcover books. I like to have them in my hand and read them. And but what happened was last year, about 6 months into the year, I kept telling myself, I'm just going to read a book. I don't want this audiobook. I realized 6 months into last year that I hadn't read any books. And at that point, I had to make a decision. Do I stick to my guns to say, nope, if it's not a physical book, I'm not reading it? Or do I try something new? And I tried it and I loved it. My first book was Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. If you haven't read it, I have the book linked below. A really, really great book. I strongly suggest that you read it when you get the opportunity. But man, I read this book in like a week and a half. Because, you know, for me, I implemented it to my life. Again, I have a 30-minute commute to work, 30-minute commute from work. That meant I had 30 minutes to and from work every single day of me learning something. And now I've become a binger. I binge read books. And it's literally just via listening to them. And now, yes, I have an actual structure and learning structure and process in place, which I'm, again, happy to share with you. Just reach out to me. But I'm telling you, try the audiobooks. Let me know what you think. If you hate them, let me know below. If you do enjoy liking and using them, and you have a cool learning approach to implementing those into your learning, I'd love to learn that. Because again, I have some ones I use that work really well for me, and I love to hear about yours as well. So finally, we're going to talk about the fifth one. The fifth one, which is going to, I promise, change your life. If you implement this fifth suggestion into your career, I can't tell you the leaps and bounds that you will grow in your office, in your organization, in your life. The fifth one, and it's actually the easiest one. It'll take you 1 second to do. Click the like button. Seriously, I know I'm harping on this, but I greatly appreciate you clicking the like button, clicking the subscribe button. I want to share, and I am sharing content with you as much as I can. I'm trying to do this weekly, and really, truly, your likes, your comments, your subscriptions helps the channel, helps the algorithm, and helps me then have the energy, because I feed off of all of you. It helps me have the energy to push and create more content to push out to you. I do want to wrap up on, I have been really taking the comments that have been emailed to me directly and creating videos out of these. And so I'm going to have a few more in the next coming weeks that are specifically for people who've reached out to me. But what I'm asking is that you comment below. When you comment below, I'll be reading the reviews and seeing what people are interested in, and then I'll develop videos from there. So I appreciate the inbox messages, but I would greatly appreciate you commenting below. Again, those things help the algorithm and helps me push this message out to more people. So, as always, stay strong, stay positive, stay moving.